Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today we're looking at a new product from HDZero. It's the HDZero Box Pro and Box Pro Plus. As always, I'm Jeff with Titan FPV. Let's dive in. First order of business, guys, if you're not already subscribed, please do so. Click that notification bell and you'll be notified when I upload content like this and all others to the channel. All right, we got another new release from HDZero. They've been really on it these days. They've been putting out new flight controllers, constantly bringing new cameras and VTXs to the market. But today we're going to look at a new goggle from HDZero. Now, these aren't the high-end goggles, so to speak. If you've seen the HDZero goggle, these are a nice 1080p OLED goggle. But these are something different. These are for a wider range of pilots, in my opinion. Let's get into the specs of this one. This isn't going to be an unboxing video. A lot of you guys don't necessarily like unboxings, and you've probably already seen one, so I'll kind of give you an overview of what comes in with the box. These are the Box Pro Plus model. Now, these are $350 US. The Box Pro are $299. The difference is basically this one has a Express LRS backpack functionality, and you have the option to wirelessly stream what you're viewing to a smartphone or a Mac or a PC. That's the major difference, and you also have the wireless capability for head tracking with the Box Pro Plus. Now, when I picked these up, I picked them up from Defiance RC. Shout out to them. They always ship quick, and I've never had any issues with them. They only had these in stock. They didn't have the Box Pros, so I went ahead and got these while I could get them in stock because they do sell out quickly. So these have a 56-degree field of view. It's a 1080p 100 Hz display, and we'll talk about the display here in a little bit. They do have an option for diopter inserts, but most glasses should fit in these. Now, depending, you don't have huge glasses. These glasses that I have are quite large, and they don't really fit, but even me being nearsighted, I can definitely still view these goggles or still use them without my contacts in or any diopters. A little bit blurry, but I mean, these are easier to see in than something like a, micro display goggle there. So it's one big 1080p, I think it's 1800 nit screen. It's an IPS display. You do have, so for the ports, you do have an HDMI in as well as an HDMI out. You can use this with a simulator if you want. You can also use this with another VRX, so something like the Walksnail Avatar VRX. You can use the HDMI in for this, and this one will, or it should, support the 100 Hertz display rate. So you do have a head tracker for wired head tracking. You have a built-in microphone. You also have a mic input. If you want to use an external mic, you're probably going to get better quality with that, but I mean, that's not a essential there, but it's nice to have that option. You have a micro SD card slot, and then you have an AV in. So if you're running something like a ground station, maybe for analog, you have a regular AV input. You got your on-off toggle. Fat Shark taught us that we don't essentially need that. You do have your DC input, barrel jack from 2 to 6S. Now on these, I use the same battery pack. I'll post it up here on the screen. It's the All-Line 3S 4800 milliamp hour lithium ion pack. That works great. I believe these do have a little bit better battery life than the HDZero goggle, but I haven't really checked. So what else comes in the box? Well, you do have this head strap. It's pretty comfortable. It's got the HDZero branding on it. You can fit a smaller 2S pack. You got the HDZero logo on the back there. That's nice. You've got a top strap. It's kind of essential there for these box goggles because they do stick out a little bit further than the regular low profile goggles. You got a built-in fan that's adjustable. You've got an action button on the right side, as well as a rotary encoder and action button there on the left. If you're familiar with the HDZero goggles, it's a similar setup. Got some cooling up here. Up top, these are included, nothing special, but they definitely get the job done. It's these two linear antennas. You do have two right-hand circular polarized patch antennas built in, right? And what also is built in is the HDZero VRX. So that's essential to receive video from any HDZero transmitter, VTX. This one is backwards compatible with all the cameras and all the VTX. That's something that's awesome about HDZero, is you don't have to worry about going up to a new generation, or as of now, you definitely don't, and they're all backwards compatible. So you don't have to throw away or sell off your old gear. You can use it with your new setup here. Now, also built in, and this is a major plus, is the analog receiver. So I do have the expansion bay. This is the wireless one. You may have seen my video. I posted up here on the screen. And I've got the TBS Fusion module for analog input, but this is optional. This is detachable here. Just pops off, and you can stow that away if you're not using analog, flying analog. But yeah, this one's got that built in. So hold up, wait a minute. Something I failed to mention, or initially failed to mention, is not only is this module built in for analog and include deinterlacing, just like the one in the HDZero goggles, it also uses, I believe it's the right antenna along with the patch antenna, and it combines the signal similar to Rapid Fire or TBS Fusion, and it does a damn good job. And this is all included in the price. You don't have to buy an additional module. Continue, Jeff. So that's another cost saving. So if you're looking at just the Box Pro, that's $299. Now I think the TBS Fusion module with tear-ups and everything is it $150? I don't know. I saw Rapid Fire was like $186. So that makes these a no-brainer. And these goggles are good for anybody who's looking to upgrade their experience. So especially if you're coming from analog, these are a no-brainer. This foam padding is comfortable, it's nice. It's kind of like the Newbie Drone foam. This is better than the original HDZero goggle foam that ships with it. You do kind of have this little piece here for your nose that I've had fall out. I don't think it's essential. I don't really have any light leak on these. They're comfortable, they're not too heavy. We'll go over the weight here in a second. I'll see if this scale is gonna come in on camera. Sometimes the angle is not so forgiving, but here we go. I promise, guys, I'm gonna be honest, okay? So these are coming in at 393.7 grams, or 394 roughly. And the HDZero goggles are coming in at 460.5 grams. So these are considerably lighter than the HDZero goggles. Now I do have some additional patch antennas, and then I have the module bay, but I mean, like we said, these goggles have that functionality built in, and that's a big plus for me because you don't have to carry around or pop all these different add-ons. I mean, yeah, if you want to run, Walk Snell VRX, you can attach that. I just used kind of the attachment for the patch antennas. I'll have to come up with a better solution if I'm going to fly this consistently with that, but it worked for the time being. These goggles do run a version of Linux. It is open source like most HDZero software is. So these, as far as I'm aware of, these ship with the firmware, and that firmware, there's not a firmware update. They ship with the most current one. I didn't have any problem flying any of the new cameras, including the, I can't think of the name of it, but the new HDZero micro camera. I didn't have any problems flying that and switching between widescreen and 4x3. If you're familiar with already the HDZero goggles, so the functionality is essentially the same, right? You're just getting a lot for a fair, if not little price, these are just, I mean, once again, I think I've said it before, a Swiss Army knife of FPV goggles. So that's one thing. If I was coming in the hobby today, and that's one of the things for beginners, it's one of the toughest decisions you're going to make. What system are you going to go with, and what goggles, what controller? I mean, the drone, it doesn't really matter because you can build those, but you want to get your core gear that you need, and that is goggles as well as a transmitter. These are a perfect addition to any piece of kit for new and old users alike. So also, what you do get in the box, we'll go over that. You get the goggle. You're going to get the 2 SMA linear antennas. You're going to get 2 patch antennas. You're going to get the foam face guard, the adjustable head strap with the battery pocket. You're going to get a XT60 to barrel connector. It's a long cable. And then you're going to get this nice, it's so soft in there, it's just like velvet, case that these fit in. And you even have a little pouch in here that when you want to stow away your antennas, you can just put them in this little pouch and they tuck right away. So that's a very just convenient add-on there. And then the way that I put these in here is I put them in here sideways. It's kind of a snug fit because these are box goggles, but they do fit quite well. And then you got your little tie downs. You can cinch up the goggles and bam, throw them in your bag. It also does come with a lens cleaning cloth. I mean, that's nice because if you've ever flown on a hot, humid day, you know, all your brow sweat's going to get into your lenses and muck up everything. So you can always wipe them down before use. What do you guys think? What goggles are you flying? Are you thinking about upgrading them? Are you taking a look at these? Now this is the non-tariff pricing. They've posted an announcement saying to email support if you're in the US like I am, if you're ordering directly from HDZero, because they do have a US warehouse, but some of the product may be subject to tariffs, so stuff that hasn't already been over here. I'm not really going to get into the logistics, but email support on their website and they can let you know kind of what fees or how that's going to affect the pricing. I would recommend doing that if you're in the US. Who is this goggle for? Like I stated before, it's going to be for everybody, in my opinion, unless you're flying DJI. Or if you only plan to fly walk snail, maybe consider getting the Goggles X or potentially the Dominator HDs or the first gen walk snail goggles. But for most everybody else, if you're buying an analog goggle, unless you really want the cheapest, I mean bare budget, poor experience, you like breakup, maybe get a cheaper set of EV800Ds or Eachines, but I would recommend just spending a couple more bucks and going with this. I think you will be pleasantly surprised. Negatives about the goggles, I don't really have many. So I did notice 2 things over using these the past month or so. You do have some kind of ghosting. So from like an OSD, I don't think I have this captured on video, a ghosting of like the OSD in the menu, sometimes after the menu. I think a restart typically fixes this. And the other thing, I don't know if Carl's watching, or I mean, I could probably just submit it in the HDZero Discord. If you're not in that, check that out. That's going to be a lot of good help. There's just a lot of fellow pilots there that give you some input. With the 100 hertz input of the Avatar HD, when I was running high frame rate mode with the Avatar VRX, I did notice kind of poor image quality. I don't really know how to explain it. It's artifacting basically. It still displays the image fine, but the colors, you have some banding, I guess. This banding is the word that I'm looking for. Switching back and forth to modes, I think that typically fixes it. And I don't believe I always experienced it, but I only experienced it in high frame rate mode with the Avatar VRX. So that's something you may want to take note of if, and that could be a deal breaker for you. It's not going to be. Everything else, I mean, for whoops, this is hands down, it's a win. Once again, Carl and the HDZero team, Ryan, you guys knocked it out of the park with this goggle. Post your comments below on what you think. You got any questions, I'll try to answer them. Thanks again for tuning in. And as always, we'll catch you in the next one.